great ways to look for non-committal engages from the side of Ninjas in Pyjamas, and then if the Solar Flare connects, then you send the rest of the ensemble.
It's the lane, and it's that trade-off.
Quite the conundrum. Shadow showing up on the top side. Solo kill. Gets stunned by the counter-strike. Shadow commits. Q flash right on top. Look for the perfect thrust right in the tower. One more auto attack. It's not going to be enough. Oh, no! Okay, not enough damage to take him out, but now Aki gets a chance for the counter.
No flash on Shadow.
And we know how strong Wukong can be in this scenario. Permafrost will not tag him in time, and it's first blood for NIP's jungler.
Next wave here, but FPX find themselves that first dragon. It's going to be uncontested. Nothing really lost on the other side of the map. For NIP, second time where they lose out on this first Drake. And now solo kill, at least it looks like. Here goes that ulti, pulls in the Maiden and the Corki, and Leave, who'd been not necessarily left out to dry, but hasn't had the best of lanes.
Shadow waiting for Doinby to commit a flash first, but he layers the permafrost right on top with the Glacial Prison. Doinby, not going to get out in time.
Free Kaisers maybe up on that top side. Look, they're looking for a Realm Warp under the turret. They can catch out the bot lane here.
Jway will lead the charge. Flash, grand entrance, and quickness. That's the free Kaisa you predicted it, Rude. And even Pyjamas will fall. Jway willing to give his life for the cause. That's Feats of Warfare secured for FPX.
It looks like he's probably happy to sacrifice that. May only be 2 of these 3 grubs, it's worth saying. Aki here is going to have a little bit of time to walk his way forward, but Care is 2 levels up, and Aki has no Cyclone to get in.
Shockwave is still available, though. Warps Care back in. Shadow flashing away from the Shockwave. Doinby now melee range, just trying to battle with Care with the power of his auto attacks and the windup. Aki gets the shutdown on the Care and bullies away the rest of FPX so they can at least claim 1 grub for themselves.
Yeah, Dwayne missed out on the knockback, the Gleaming Quill there, so there was no heal to come through to keep Care alive for long enough to maybe turn that fight and make it a 2-for-1. Top lane, making sure that the Jax gets a little bit of free time with a turret, maybe able to take some plates. Leave.
Whoa, the Glacial Prison, I guess, went wide. There was no summoner spells on the side of this Kaisa, and the Killer Instinct was used after the fact of the ulti coming through. So
the Maiden is giving a good little helping hand as well. They knew that Sheer was going to take this turret. That was the sacrifice that they made for going for the dragon. But they're looking, just by overloading 3 people, they can get first brick onto the 3-man core and deny that, most importantly. Looks right. I'm using the little markers underneath. They'll tell us when they get Feats of Warfare. Some of these boots will look pretty cool. PP Guard goes for an engage. Is this the play that they want?
Onto the Sejuani? Perhaps not, but they're going to commit it. Shockwave right on top of the Shadow, and yeah, no one could bail him out there. Jway buys enough time for Awesome to get a lot of damage on the Leave.
Well, when we hit 2 items, though, that disparity definitely changes. You've definitely got more favor when you've got those tiers picked up. Fully finished, right? The Mana Munin Seraph's going to be finished up. It might be a little bit more difficult for NIP to take fights at that stage.
As the Maiden, trying to help win the unofficial 2v1. Meanwhile, NIP, Aki gets hit by the Glacial Prison. Quickness jumps right on top with the grand entrance. Aki cannot participate in this fight. Doinby will have to look for a clutch Shockwave to bring this one back from the brink. Leave already forced to flash over the wall, and Realm Warp is going to chase after the Kaisa. No cleanse, no flash. See you later. Leave's Kaisa is down. Shadow, though, went too deep. 1v2 against PP God and Aki, and at least for him, the Cyclone will burn him to rest. And meanwhile, it looks like Sheer actually got the solo kill on solo kill.
So this is massive for FPX that they're able to win in both sides of the map.
What a novel concept.
Yeah. You Z, you lose.
Control. NIP is starting to linger on over, but I think it's too late.
Yeah, this is gone. I mean, maybe Aki steals. Nope. Maybe PP God dies. Has flash.
Grand entrance. Okay,
he's going in.
Zenith Blade forcing Awesome out of the fight. Kaisa gonna fall on up. Oh, they tried to deliver the Shockwave on top of the Kaisa. Awesome trying to still live through the Cyclone. It's not going to happen. Aki finally gets the job done, but at the cost of his own life, he drops, and now Sheer is ready to bonk people with that lamppost. Solo kill getting slowed by the flash from Care. Just needs one more. Oh no! The Dark Procession stops him in his tracks, and the rest of NIP's solo laners manage to walk on out alive. You know, It definitely makes sense because sometimes when watching these games, you need someone like Mazelda to wrestle in all the critters that are running all over the place in the rip. Now, PP God getting jumped on, Permafrost stacked up, Glacial Prison right on top. Good night, PP God. Solar Flare right on top, awesome. But who is going to get in there? Aki cannot get through Dway. He has kept this guy at the front of the club and says, no thank you, Aki. You do not belong in this club.
I mean, the entire time here, are we run warping to top lane? Okay, Adacon, lovely stuff. Tempo Gaming from Care here with the realm warps. But the Sejuani is just too tanky at the minute. I mean, Leave was sat there, 2 completed items, wailing away on Shadow the entire time. Shadow's just giggling with Aftershock and Sejuani passive, tanking it, not really feeling the repercussions of it, and well, they get themselves an Atacon as well. They'll be able to...
Well, at least pull him back and ensure that this Orianna will walk away safely. But the pressure was definitely felt. The message sent, and now Aki! I mean, this jungle does not belong to you, friend, and NIP cannot assist their Wukong in trying to reclaim control of the quadrant that once was his. You could even see in the player cam view, Aki, a little sign of detest on this side as he just trying to shrug it off, but it's definitely getting him frustrated in this game.
It's not the second time that he's died with Flash and ulti available, just getting chain CC'd 100-0 before he can even do anything. He's the only player on his team who has any sort of advantage in terms of gold, and unfortunately he's not really being able to do all that much with it. Shadow on the Sejuani having much greater an impact
from Aki's Wukong, as we have yet to see in the past few minutes him get a proactive Cyclone engage with both of his Under spells up. Shadow was trying to predict where he was going to go. Aki getting knocked up once again, trying to run away and not fall this time. PP God, where was that Solar Flare going? I'm not sure. Glacial Prison landed right on top. Here comes Sheer. PP God falls. Aki now sends it with the Cyclone, forced to flash away. And the rest of FPX going to continue the chase as Sheer just jumps back to the safety of the rest of his team.
I want him to get up to Zhonya's before they actually go for that fight. He did expend the arm guard to take that fight under the turret, but I mean, he did it, burned double summon spells from Leave and almost one-shot the Kai'Sa in the process, so it's a more than worthwhile trade. And they're quite happy at the minute just doing the outer sweep of turrets, so they're doing pretty well themselves without the Baron at taking structures.
FPX all crowding around the support of Care. PP God tanks the Glacial Prison. Aki's out of there. Shockwave does pull in 3, but not that much damage since it clips all of the frontline members, backing off the jungle entrance for now as the rest of FPX dip into fog.
No quickness isn't nothing.
Solar Flare right onto Shadow. Sheer looking for the flank over the wall. Dway is in. Grand entrance on a 1. They pop him. Aki goes and sends it for the cause. They pop Dway into the backline, but Awesome now in a 1v1. 1v3 against Leave. He tried to send it. Shockwave under 3. Awesome doesn't die though. Solo kill. Can't do it all as Doinby drops to the power of Sheer's lamppost once again. Solo kill can't even equalize the cause against Awesome. It's a massive ace for FPX.
And they don't need Soulmark. They've got a wave down in bot lane, and they've got game 3 in their sights. Sheer destroying the backline, Care destroying everybody on this rise, and Awesome as well on the Corki, standing tall in that final team fight.
FPX show dominance once again. Nearly 9,000 gold in advantage on their side. PP God has spawned. He's got 2 seconds on Aki. Can he buy enough time? There's plenty of low health bars on the side of FPX carries here, but Sheer gonna pop the counter-strike, just bashing away against the open Nexus. A couple more auto attacks will do the trick. FPX are at match point.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.